Hey everyone, Angelo here, homeless filmmaker in LA. I've been living in my car for 13 months now, and I want to say, first of all, I'm going through DPDR, this depersonalization-derealization. I'm getting more support than ever before. Please be patient with me. If you stick around, it's going to be a lot of this, a lot of I'm not my normal self, not my normal excitable, irritable self. I'm just trying to basically, it's like my mind is shutting things down while I just get focused on getting better. And I have to assume I'll get better and not work myself into a frenzy of anxiety thinking I'll never be myself again. I want to say every day is like a roller coaster. Basically, I think I'm better sometime and then something will set off a huge anxiety bout where it's like thoughts are flooding through my mind and I'm hurting and I'm like not feeling like I'm in reality. I have been getting more help now. Still haven't been on medicine yet. I'll try and call Rite Aid about that, see what's the deal. Like, did the county send payment to them? Um, Yesterday, I was feeling pretty good, pretty calm, and then got a huge bout of anxiety and was feeling just terrible. And then I went and did some other stuff to kind of help myself and went to sleep. And this morning, feeling like hell. Just feeling horrible, hurting, anxious, and then just doing a little movement, a little talking. I still haven't gone to the gym and it's like 1:30 in the afternoon. I'm going to go to the gym now. Feeling like, okay, I just calmed down. Like almost I released all that anxiety out of me, but being scared that I feel numb, like, oh, I don't feel like myself yet. I don't feel the emotions of movies and everything. But like that anxiety's out of me. Like I don't even have the energy to feel that anxiety. And that was all over the course of the last few hours where I was so sure about 45 minutes ago I would end up in the hospital by the end of the day today. Still not feeling, I'm not 100%, obviously. Still not quite feeling myself. Still scared. And I just have to choose to say, okay, this is temporary. It's a disorder. It's not as I used to think when I was younger, and still always kind of have, like it's not somehow my destiny or my fate or the universe is just dragging me towards this and I can't fight it. Obviously I've been able to break free of it 3 times, but it's always been there lurking in the background, and I've talked about it recently, and I kind of think I helped bring it on by talking about it so much and not just going deeper into my routine and filmmaking. So it's still really tough. At this moment, I'm feeling a little lucid. Thank goodness. I was hurting bad earlier, and it's not going to stay like this. I wish I could think it was, but I'm not even fully myself yet, so I wouldn't want to stay like this permanently. I almost want to keep getting more sick, almost, because at least that tells me there's something wrong and something can make me better. But yeah, I was seriously thinking about going to the hospital today. I don't know if I might. My feelings change so much depending on my physiological state. I slept all right, but I was feeling like hell this morning and not like feeling in reality. That was very scary. And almost this numbness, but almost this serene feeling, like the material world doesn't matter, nothing matters. Real life humanity just doesn't matter. And not that I was having particularly dark thoughts about that. It was almost like this feeling like, oh, I have no attachment to anything. But it's not a good thing. It's not a helpful thing. It's very, very difficult to process. So I'm still going to try and get treatment. And today I'm going to work out. And I can't even think anything. Like, I can't even think, I hope I feel better from the workout. Just, I'm going to do it. And see how I feel then. I'm going to try and keep working on movie sets and keep making these videos. So just please have patience with me. This is what it's like to be sick, and thank goodness I have this clarity of this diagnosis to say that I'm sick, and it's not just permanent, because no one goes through this permanently from what I've read. They may go through it for years, and I'm not trying to go through it that long, but I'm reading other people's stories and stuff, and sometimes it's bad to do that just because it, gives me anxiety, and sometimes it's good because it's like, well, okay, I can see this is a condition of the mind. it is not fate that I'll end up, permanently in this state, and, not feeling connected to the world, and not feeling the like sense of pride and, excitement of making videos with my mom, and making entertainment and watching movies, and, everything I do, hating music, yelling about people in gym locker rooms, all that stuff. It's like I'm still sort of there, it's fuzzy. I can feel something. In the meantime, just try and remain healthy. Try and, I'm not going to eat on camera. I got some almonds. But try and be well. Because moment to moment, it is just a fucking roller coaster of what I can feel. Felt like reasonably well yesterday morning, then pretty bad in the afternoon and evening, and then this morning, hellish. And it's just moment to moment. Literally, I can't know a millisecond ahead of time what I'm going to feel at any given moment. I was feeling such bad anxiety this morning. It felt like I was going into a cold sweat. And same with last night. I was feeling it and feeling delusional. And like just parts of inside me were being torn out. And like, oh, my identity's gone. My sense of, perceiving emotions was gone. So all I can do is just hope, it comes back. But not keep doing that. Not just keep hoping. Just sort of, accepting where I am in the moment, and just keep striving, and not thinking it's going to be permanent, whatever I feel. Because the way I was feeling this morning, I don't know if I could have gone to the gym. But now I'm going to go. It's going to be difficult, but I'm going to go. And I'm just hoping it's not as bad as the other bouts. But I can't actively hope for that. It's not like I can sit around forcing myself to. Just all I can, reasonably expect to be better is not have to go through 9 months of hell on earth, a year of hell on earth, 15 months of hell on earth. Those are how long the 3 bouts going backwards were. So the first one being the longest, the last one being the shortest, but sort of being the most acutely painful in a way. And each one taking a while to sort of build back my identity from. And obviously I never quite, was well adjusted enough to do it quite right, and never got long-term treatment. So, maybe this is an opportunity to, get other people education, and maybe people will find these videos if they're going through depersonalization-derealization, because it's not schizophrenia, it's not bipolar disorder. Both things I thought I had for a while. It's a totally different thing. And for a lot of people, they'll just get it for a minute or so, or just shortly, like after a car accident or something, where they go numb. But then some people get it for days, weeks, and months. And I've gone through little flare-ups where I knew I was basically okay. It just took a little while to get back to myself. But it wasn't like crisis mode. And then times like now where it's like, yeah, I'm really hurting, and moment to moment, I can't be sure how I'm going to feel. I'm starting to get pain back in my chest, but it's important not to obsess over every single symptom that I'm feeling, because you'll drive yourself miserable doing it. And I wish we need Medicare for all. We need proper healthcare in this country. People should not left to be, going to emergency rooms for treatment when they need long-term care. And when, you can't even afford medicine to go. I mean, how ridiculous are conservatives trying to trick people into thinking like, oh, no, all those stories, of people who can't afford medicine, don't believe it. It's not real. Actually, our medical system's great. Don't change it. Don't make it socialist. So it's tough. Just like every moment, I can't fixate on anything, or, take satisfaction in thinking I'm okay now. Just keep moving. And stuff's working its way through me for good or bad. It's just like one moment I may feel relatively decent and lucid, and then another moment feel hellish, back and forth and back and forth. And, in the moment, I don't know what it's like to feel better. My memories seem false. Like I don't remember what it's like to be the person I was, in a way, like what it was like to experience those things where I was just out enjoying myself, not really going out enjoying, but like out filming, making videos, writing. I can't really remember those sensations. So my memories seem fake in a way. But every time I've come out of these bouts, they all seem real again. I can recall my past again, and I become, it's not like I become a totally different person each time. I'm still basically the same person. Obviously, certain things change me emotionally, but, I've changed a lot, from being a conservative to, much more in opposition to all that. And that's changed my personality as well for the better, I think. Just I'm willing to listen a lot more and learn a lot more rather than just be, conservative who thinks they know everything and doesn't need to learn. And sure enough, each time I got out of it, I was basically, for whatever else altered me, it might be, something disturbing or scary or uh, make me impatient or, have a bad temper or something. Not that I took it out on others really, but like I would just get mad and just bury it within myself. Um, the whatever like happened each time, like myself would come back, basically, even if it was with a lot of depression or whatever, and it took time. Even last time, I remember, and this is interesting, how I started wanting to do screenwriting is in when I had my good period in 2008 to 2012. I got this image when finally it was in a depressed moment, but of an image for a movie that I wanted to make. And I had no idea how to write it. I even wanted to get someone else to write it for me, which is ridiculous, because I didn't know how to write anyways. And it's hard to ask that of anyone because it involves everything, every skill you have. And then I got sick in 2012 to 2013 for 9 months. It was just hell on earth. It was absolutely brutal. I was sure I'd never get better. And then when I got better, and it took a while, but that image kept coming back, that powerful image. And eventually that made me realize I can't wait anymore. I want to get this story out of me. I want to tell this story. And then I began, the process of trying to be a screenwriter. And so, I can't, sort of like keep hanging my hopes on that idea, but just understand that, okay, I'll get better and my old self will come back to me. The stories, the characters I had living inside me, they'll be back. And right now is not the time to be fixating on the fact that I can't feel all that. Believe me, it's scary. Oh, it's terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. And feeling like I'm being like seared out of my body, like being cooked and squeezed, and I'm being cooked off into something. It's terrifying. And it's not all progress. I mean, even with the ups and downs, and then like I was feeling worse today and then better now, it's still not all progress to this moment. I'm still feeling kind of dissociated and numb, and strange sensations in my body. I get strange tastes in my mouth, strange feelings in my legs. I keep getting this weird feeling on my left hip, like it's it's like a little bag of water on there that is swirling around and goes from hot to cold. It's really weird. It's kind of fun because it's like, hey, it's like I'm having this weird sensation. I'm not even doing anything, like I'm in a massage chair and I'm just sitting here, but I am getting strange sensations and sometimes anxiety and cold sweats. But it's good to think, okay, that's not real. That's depersonalization, derealization. And so just be patient with me. I know I'm not my fun self. I'm not making entertainment like I used to, but I'm struggling to be as consistent as I can and to not give up on everything in my life and think I'll go off to this other place that, doesn't exist and I'll just feel better. I know myself much better this time than the other times I've been sick, know who I want to be. And believe me, it's scary. I get these uncontrollable like anxieties and feelings of dissociation that are just terrifying. It's like being injected with like a painkiller that makes you hallucinate. It's really, really scary. And especially for, me, who like I pride myself on being able to control my imagination and use it for the stuff that I like. And it's something in me all the time, from when I wake up and even when I sleep. And it's just a really scary time now, and I can't focus on any one moment or it'll just give me so much fear and anxiety, like I'll never feel better, and like I can feel absolutely sure that I won't ever feel better. So just be patient with me. Hopefully it's just a transitory phase where I'll eventually get back to my real self, my normal, sort of, how do I say it? You know, sardonic and whatever. You know, enjoying the drama of movies and stuff, and also, but a better understanding of myself. It is so overwhelming. And talking helps, by the way. It just helps flush out a lot of that anxiety. So it's like I gotta keep doing it, even though making videos can be hard. In this moment, it's a little more easier, but I don't feel like normally I would feel urges to make them. It's like, it was very nice to feel like, oh, okay, it's good. I feel, I know I'll want to do it, make a video at a certain point, even if they're not the best. And yeah, they're not, going viral or anything for the most part. At least I feel that, in me. Now it's like, I don't really feel it. And it's scary because I don't want to get to the point where it's like I can't even do it. I'm just in so much pain I can't, or feel so numb that I can't. But I've got to sort of accept that this is part of getting well, and this is, a chemical thing. It is not permanent. Very scary to think, because I can't bring myself to think back to other times and think, how did I get through it? The second bout I had, that was in a way the worst because I felt the least then. So it's like, I don't know how I would have gotten better if I didn't end up basically in this abusive situation for a couple months that sort of shocked me back into reality. Yeah, I've got to maintain my health. I got to got kombucha. A little too much sugar for my preference, but I don't really know if this is good for your health or not, but what the hell. I'll try it. And I get them from the food bank. Of course, I'm not paying full price for this stuff. And oatmeal, almonds. I'm trying to eat as many whole foods as possible. So, yeah, believe me, it's so scary and terrifying. I feel like the bottom drops out of me and like all my identity and emotions go away to where I don't know who I am anymore. I don't feel anything except these strange, delusions, hallucinations that I'm off in this, ether that isn't real, and that I'm no longer, I no longer have any material concerns. Nothing affects me. I don't feel strongly about anything. It's terrifying. And I've read other people's accounts, and it's kind of good to read that, okay, other people go through this too. Obviously, I don't want people to go through that. It's horrible. I've read people say, they not sure if they can make it through the day without going to the emergency room. But it's good to at least see, okay, this is a condition. It's a disorder. It is not fate, even though sometimes it's so overwhelming. But, if anyone can get through it, it's me. So I've been through it before. And just hopefully it's like educational for people and gets people interested and motivated, as little as feeling as I have in saying that, because I can't feel much right now, motivated in getting themselves better if they're going through this, and being aware of what this is, so you don't have to go through wrong diagnoses and struggle with with bad treatment. So yeah, just be patient with me, please. I'm having to be patient with myself. It's only been a week and 2 days, basically, since I had my anxiety attack that gave me this state. And, I got to trust that I won't be like this forever. And then I'll be back to myself, and I'll be like, wow, I don't know how I did that. Like the other times. But, anyways, keep watching. Keep sharing the videos, may help someone else to learn about this stuff. I wish I knew about this a long time ago, and that we had better medical care in this country so I could have gotten treatment for it. But also I didn't want to, in a way. I just wanted to bury it all. And that's obviously a hard thing to do, and manage your emotions throughout life. So anyways, keep watching.